This absolute beauty of a vehicle is none other than Devon's Geo Tracker. Do you desire to experience the very definition of torque and power? This 2.3-liter 4-cylinder Suzuki Aereo engine has got you covered. Its elegant snorkel air intake will ensure a worry-free driving experience in any terrain. Mud, snow, rain, puddles, or lakes. This tracker can do it all. Looking for a true connection with your vehicle, you'll find yourself feeling truly connected to the road with its 5-speed manual transmission. With their aggressive tread, these 31-inch tires will ensure you shall never worry of any inclement weather. Quite possibly the best feature, its ammunition box air filter will keep you locked and loaded with cool, fresh, clean air all the way to the engine. And as if that wasn't enough, on top of all, its luxurious interior and 2-part convertible top will have you and all your friends smiling, all the way to your destination. The Geo Tracker. First name in class, fun, resilience, and luxury.
Winter is coming. It's coming quick. It's already cold outside. This thing needs to be ready for the winter. This is my winter ride. We need to get this list of stuff done before we get real snow and they salt the roads. One of the things on this list is undercoating, and I don't want this thing to rust, so we got to start this list. Today, I'm going to be doing the front bumper. And Scott and John are doing the rear diff. We have a locking rear diff for the back of it. It's a, I don't even know what you would call it. What? It's supposed to be a limited slip rear diff. We've never used one before. I've seen some guys use it. They say it's good. It kind of seems sketchy, but we're gonna try it out in this. We've got a lot of tracker rear diffs, so if this one doesn't work out, it's gonna be okay. Also, the rear drums need adjusted. They're really far out. The brake pedal feels terrible. It's a long list of things we need to do, and the thing I'm most nervous of, something we've never done before, is the wrap. It's gonna be tricky, really. We've never done it before. We've never done it with a heat gun and tried to use those tools. I'm nervous that we're gonna do a bad job, but we're gonna give it a shot. What do you think about that rear diff?
About the thing?
About the thing.
Let me show you the thing. So what's wrong with our diff? Well, our diff's open, and everybody knows that open diffs are not good. Bottom of the barrel diffs. So what we have here is a limited slip diff. This is gonna supposedly turn our open diff into a limited slip diff. I'm gonna get it apart and show you how this thing's supposed to work, and place your bets if it's gonna work.
All right, 2 main objectives. We need the washer bottle to work, because right now it doesn't. It might just be empty, I don't know, never tried it. We need to get washer fluid, and we need to prep the underneath of the car for paint. I've had this thing fluid filmed the last few years, so it's covered in oil underneath, so we can't paint it till the oil's off. So I've got degreaser in the pressure washer. We're gonna degrease the whole bottom of the car, get it ready to paint the bottom, and get the washer working, because it's driving me insane. That's all, right now, for now. Dude, these things are so annoying to rack. It's such a short wheelbase that getting the rack arms underneath is a pain. Good, good, good. I think that one's good. There's oil everywhere. That's my fault. Put a valve cover gasket on it the other day and I messed it up. Winters in Ohio are vicious. This thing would be totaled by the spring if we don't prep it with something, which is sad because these cars are so hard to find now. You don't want to drive these things in the winter, but the most fun time to drive these things is in the winter. And you'd think this thing would come out. You just have to get a funnel. I hate funnels. Boy. It's looking really good under here. I'm very excited. This thing's never had a front bumper on it since I got it. It was actually wrecked when I got it. That whole front section of the frame was missing. I had to put that in there. So we have a bumper, we have some lights, but we don't have a way to mount our lights to our bumper. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna take our bumper, mount it up to the tracker, just loosely, and then I've got CNC cut tabs to weld on to place our lights where we want them to be. Then I can take the lights back off, and we can paint the bumper. So let's get that prepped. Bolts. Bolts, I don't know what I did with them. I had them. Random box. I think I have a shelf of tracker bolts. That looks sick. That's gonna turn out really nice. All right, so this is what we have for brackets. We might end up actually just not welding tabs and bolting these in. I don't think I'm gonna have enough room. It's got these like little track pads you can put on it, and that's I think to mount it flat, or it's got these notches. It's got that, and then it's got these pads. So I imagine you would put the pad on it if you wanted to sit it flat on something, like if we were to weld our tabs on like I wanna do. But then they'd be sticking out. I think I'd much rather like them to be like up in here. They actually sit like this and mount the light as far back as we can get it. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's assemble our light and then get a Sharpie out and mark where these bolts need to be. Just try straight first. How's that look? Maybe we should try to lean it back a little bit. That was too much. I think that's us right there. Aiming down just a little bit. So I either want to weld a nut to it, then that bracket won't sit flat. We could rib nut it. We could try to. I don't know how well a rib nut will work on pipe, but we'll find out. Let's rib nut it. All right, for the top, we got cubes. These are cubes. Look at that. These are gonna be sweet. So I want them to point downish and out like that. Thinking like right there. Mark the middle of that just so I know about where I'm gonna put it. And then these, check this out. You can buy these on Amazon. I think it was $9 for this. And it's just pre-cut, fancy little. So all we gotta do, find out where we want them and weld these tabs on. We could actually like bring them up. We could taper them. You know what I mean? We could like take it to the grinder and grind it to a point so that it lays a little bit flat, and then weld up the sides and then the top so that it doesn't stick all the way out like that, because that kind of looks weird. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I think so. So we take a tab, that'll mount really nice on that tab, and I think we let it sit like flush with the top of the bumper. So I think we are gonna try to grind it, take it to the grinder and grind it down to a point. So let's decide where we're putting these then. It's gonna be interesting to figure out because it's all curves. Just gotta decide a point here somewhere. The edge of the grill 25, right there. It's about 4 inches in on this side. So let's move it about an inch this way. About 4 inches, 14 inches exactly from each other. That is the middle line of the bumper. 7 inches, 7 inches. Nailed it. Perfect. Let's take a couple of these tabs to the bench grinder, make them pointy so that they lay right there. Ouch, that's hot, dude. It's crazy. Anyway, see the difference? So that's gonna lay up on that bumper, kind of sit a little bit better so that when we weld it, it doesn't look like it's just a giant piece of metal laying right on top of the bumper. Let's get the welder. What do you think? I already ran out of wire.
Nice tabs.
Are you gonna make a keeping tabs joke?
I'll be keeping tabs on.
Don't look at that one, it's ugly. I blew through, I had to fix it. I'm gonna grind that one a little bit. I'm gonna grind them both down. We'll get the flappy disc. Hey, stop looking at it. It's not done. I like it. Hey, it looks good. Let's mock a light up real quick and then we're done. We're done for now because we gotta paint it. What do you think? They're aiming down a little bit. That should be good. Look at my belly's hanging out.
Oh no, dude, thanks. Jeez.
Sit up a little bit. I got my belt too tight. What we're doing now, next step, are 6-button controller. This is like a off-road light controller. You can make it do a ton of things. First thing we need to do is decide where we're gonna put the controller itself. What do you think, John?
I have an idea. Easy. Take this off, put it to your dead switches.
You wanna do flat to it?
Yeah, flat right there. Because you don't want to put it up here because you got a nice little cubby up here for putting stuff. I mean, right there would be okay, but then you have to put holes in your dash. So I'm thinking right there
This
with your
thing
dead
will
switches.
actually-
Knee though, for when you're really whipping, is it gonna get in the way of your knee at all?
There's a speaker panel there. I mean, we could do something similar like right there, but getting in and out, I might catch that.
For sure.
I also have this spot here. I could mount right there.
Pretty cool commitment though.
You're committing to putting a hole in your dash, yeah?
Yeah.
But only 2 little holes.
And tracker dashes are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, I've got another one of these dashes. And that looks pretty good. I am covering up one of my vents, and this is a winter ride.
Try it right there again.
You like it there?
I do like it there.
I just wonder if you want flat, you mean?
Yeah, flat mount, flush mount.
That's gonna be starting it. I don't know if I'm gonna hit it. I mean, definitely flat mount, I might not. It has a sticky, like, it's got a double-sided tape thing, but I hate putting double-sided tape in my car and things just fall off and then it's hanging there. I'd rather hard mount it somewhere. You can't really hard mount. I mean, I could put holes somehow through those into the back of this and then clip it back in, but
Then the wires will go right through the dead hole.
what I
and you
can
never
tell
see
you
the wires.
is we have, if we're lucky, we'll get those things out and in one time
before they break.
before they shatter. And they never are tight. They just kind of move around. So if we put it on those,
Yeah.
it's gonna move around.
Well, we could probably just take those out. I would just take them out. And then what you can do is take this bracket and put it back there and then bolt it through. Put it behind how it has these, fish it up through there.
Yeah, that might work. Nope,
Nice little flat
it's
mount.
too wide.
About here, flat mount.
I don't know. I got to get my new radio in first because my new radio is a 10-inch.
It's big.
And it comes out and it's like gonna.
What that's like.
Yeah, it might actually not.
Is it here? Is your new radio?
No, my new radio's not in yet. Right there does look really good. It fits really nice right there. I do like that. Which, I mean, headlights.
nice.
Headlights is right here.
Makes sense.
The only thing I would be afraid of is I leave the windows down in this thing that gets rained in. But this thing's supposed to be waterproof.
It looks waterproof.
So if we put it there, and I'm driving along and I want to.
You want to blind some people?
I like it. I like it there. Right there is seeming like the best option. I kind of like the pick cock angle to the driver.
A little mission control style.
Like
And then
that.
I wonder, if you're already drilling holes in your dash, you might as well just drill a hole and run this straight through your dash.
It's just a big hole.
There's a big hole. But that'd look clean if you didn't see the wire.
Might be able to get it through that vent.
That's not a bad option.
Pop the vent out and put it
Yeah.
through the vent.
Then just drill a little hole in the duct.
We could
Right there.
we could put the hole right here, like not where your finger's at, but like back here. I think that's it.
That's it.
I think that's where we're gonna put it.
Right there is the back of it.
Right there's the back of it. So if I put a hole in it right there,
Yep.
fine. All right.
I'll put some holes in your dash. Let's see what our gear oil looks like after all those launches. Oh, it looks great.
There's some in there too.
Yeah.
Makes me happy.
I don't know if this is even gonna fit. No, or that bench thing we got. And make it just enough to where you can't get the ratchet side in here.
These are good. All right, I just pulled this drum off and found one of our issues with the rear brakes, and it's this gear oil. Getting gear oil into our brake assembly on this side, the only place it'll be coming from is the wheel seal. We're pulling these axles to do this rear diff anyway, so now's the right time. We're gonna find a wheel seal. You think we got wheel seals in stock for a 95 GO tractor? Yeah, maybe not.
Weird axle setups. This is not open case, this is closed case. You can't take the rear diff cover off, so you actually have to take the entire diff out of the front and just pulls out of the whole axle housing. These axles are bolt-ons. There's 412s that hold them in. To slide the axle out, I've got to take this spring out, and then the axles should come right out. And then by the time I'm done with that, Scott should have the front bolts out. You can just diff right out. It's actually really easy. If I'm lucky. I'm feeling lucky. Got it. So now this axle should pop right out.
There it is. Got a light. Got something else going on over here. So oil up to here and then grease on the outside. Yeah.
I think so.
I'm just looking at that bearing and there's no plastic part around it to hold the grease in.
This is sealed. And there's a seal on this. We're gonna have to clean those and RTV them up real good. Okay. I think we can pull our diff now.
Diff pullers.
Oh yeah. Handing it off.
What is that?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. That is not a normal tracker diff, is it?
No, what is that?
Our thing is definitely not going to go in there.
That's a pickup for what?
ABS.
Oh.
It's got a gear there, but it doesn't have a gear there.
There's no side spider gears. Whoa.
It's got a gear, but it's a different type of gear.
So is this diff going to work?
No, it's not gonna work with that. That's an ABS diff, which is weird, very weird. I have another rear diff. I don't know if it's the right gear ratio. I have to check.
I've never seen a tracker with ABS.
Yeah, that's what got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a couple, but they're usually the only one I ever had was a 96. And this is older. It's weird. But now we gotta find a diff.
Yeah.
And it's gotta be the right ratio.
We got to go to the diff pile and start counting teeth.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, there's nowhere for us to put our thing in. I was not expecting that. That's weird.
I'm nervous that if we just use one of those carriers, I don't know if the axles go in the same way.
Yeah.
I have a whole nother rear diff assembly, but it's underneath of a red.
It's underneath, I was gonna say, is it underneath the red one? Oh no. The red one is in a field and it's like halfway in the woods.
Yeah. It's a dude with one in
I was looking at it.
that rusty pile out of a 96, which probably has ABS. I'm not gonna use the trans, I'm not gonna use any of the rest of it. Or there's this one for $100 and all right, so it's the next day. We've done some research, and this seems to be
We've
the
gone
only.
to a snowy wasteland.
Yeah,
too.
we went and grabbed another diff, and we've been looking around, and all these diffs look the same, so they're all weird, is what we're saying. I think the whole time we could have just put this in. It's what it's seeming like. If you look up this company, Traction Concepts, 0 instructions, 0 videos, nothing to help, no phone number. So we're on our own. So I started opening this thing up, and this is the way it's designed. Take a look at this. You've got 6 spider gears. You have this one that sits like this on those, and then you have 4 around the outside, and then another one of these underneath. You follow me? Because this is confusing me too. What we think now is that, because there's, like I said, there's no instructions. We're just trying to figure this out. I think you just do a gear delete, right? Take 2 of these gears out, because you don't need them anyway. It's too many. And then you put you put this in the place of 2 of the gears, like this, sits down in there.
It will be weaker because you are eliminating 2 gears. So you're doubling the torque on these gears. But the reason a gear slips is because it gets pulled away, you know, when a gear, but it can't go anywhere. It's locked against another gear. So you're really bound by the tensile strength of this, which I think is enough. It's not gonna pop this way. It could shear a gear, but I doubt it will. I don't
Yeah,
think so.
this whole thing is very bolted together. When you put your ring gear on, you're sandwiching these gears together.
Yeah, it's not gonna force those apart.
In my opinion, there was too many gears in here to begin with.
There's a lot of gears in there.
And I think that 2 gears is plenty. All right, so let me show you what happens. So you pull this pin and you get this center cage out. Don't need that anymore. Take this gear out and this gear out. These 2 gears are on pins. Here's one of the pins, little stubbies, and then the other one's still in there. We're gonna pull it out now. Just throw these ones away. Don't need them anymore. And then we take our locker and we drop it right down in there. Like that. Put your pin back in. I mean, that's it.
That's it.
Bolt it back together.
It does look like it fits well.
I mean, it looks like it's meant to do there. So what happens here is if you look at this shape here, it's not quite round. And when this thing is trying to slip, what it's going to do is these gears are going to try to move like that. And you see how it's turning that plate? What it's going to do, it's going to ride that pin up on these ramps and shove them away from each other really hard and push this friction plate into these side gears, which should lock it all together. Potentially. Allegedly.
That's what I hear.
That's the idea.
So the thing is, you're supposed to be able to pull those plates once you have this thing assembled.
On a normal diff, ours isn't that way. So I had to pull the plates before I put it in there because I can't access them to get them off. Those little locking tabs.
So if you hold that up, see if I can get a couple of these bolts started. Yep.
Yeah, but
I think if we line it up, we'll have it.
we need just a little bit
I had
more.
a thread.
Hold on, hold what you got. You got that?
We'll just start on another hole here.
And just kind of work it around.
It's like a game of Twister.
Oh yeah.
All right, before we get too far and those gears start engaging, I want to get it kind of sitting straight. Okay.
Let's just start pulling it straight. Let's try to get one here.
I think we're just gonna have to send it and hope the gears mesh properly.
Yeah. Starts good now. Definitely locked right now.
Well, that's what I think we maybe should do is get the axles in it, see if we can spin it right now.
Ready?
Oh. It did something.
Yeah,
it did.
It slipped.
It slipped. It did slip. Yeah, this didn't move. Again.
There it goes.
It's doing a thing. All right, I'm gonna off-camera torque these, and then we're gonna put it back in.
You're just gonna put a cut in there to look like it's a different video.
Just put a couple clicks in the audio like already.
Hey John, where'd you go?
You want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Watch it. Come back here.
Wow. If you know, you know, you know.
Hold on to it, see if it works.
All right. Oh yeah, it opens.
It opens. All right, there's only one thing left to do.
Whoa, hi, how are you? My task is getting this control panel up on the dash, and we've got to run this cable from right in here out to the engine bay so it can plug into our new relay fuse box. So, I mean, pretty fun stuff. And the big reason I'm excited to install this is because I think I want to put this on my car. So I want to see how to install it on this car so I can do it better on my own car. So.
All right, here we go. So what we decided on this bumper is instead of doing riv nuts, because I can't get a drill in here to drill this straight, unless I did a 90-degree drill, and then I don't know, there's a lot of steps to that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill all the way through from the bottom up and put a carriage bolt and a nut on top, right? Carriage.
Bolt.
Yep. So me and Scott are gonna be working on getting these lights mounted. The top ones are already done, they just need bolted up. We do have to figure a way to get the wiring through without being ugly. Maybe drill here.
Yeah.
Tuck the wiring down through, but the problem is, if I had to guess, Brad did not hole saw this here before he welded that over it. There'd be no reason because it's not an exhaust.
Yeah.
I mean, like if he was building a manifold, but he's not.
So where do we have to come out with the wiring there?
I would like the wiring to maybe just sneak out right here.
like right at the bottom of this pipe. So we drill a hole here, fish the wiring down through, and then out into the grill. So it's not zip tied and stuff. So let's stand this thing up. I'm gonna do my best to get the drill to go through that spot. Oh yeah. Well, that'll help. The weird thing is gonna be deciding where to start here because I can't drill from that side first.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be kind of just like there.
Looks good.
Yeah, I mean, that looks good. All right, stand this up. Hole number 1. Perfect. Nailed it. All right.
All right, so we need a carriage bolt to fit down inside of there.
Yes.
All right, so we just need this.
Yeah.
Let's go.
They salted the roads,
Yeah,
and you brought the Mighty Max.
yeah, I can't take the Mighty Max.
Can't take the Mighty Max.
What do you want to take?
Tracker's in here, and it's still not undercoated.
You guys can take my car if you want. I don't have a BMW anymore.
Oh yeah? Mm-hmm. What do you think?
Sure, yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Nah, dude. Not a shot.
Civic? We'll walk.
Yeah.
It's only like a mile.
Yeah, we'll walk. I'm gonna go get my gloves.
Yep.
So what we have going on here is this cable's got to get through the dash. I don't want to be able to see this hole because that's pretty big. That's like half an inch. That's way too big. So what I've done is I drilled the 2 holes out for the actual mounting bracket. So now I've got it sat in place, drilled my pilot hole for where this is going to go through right there. And now all we've got to do is notch this little bracket. And after I notch that, the cable will be able to slide through. It looks beautiful. Now the question is, are we gonna be able to make a clean cut? Using the little guy, I'm not using the big grinder. I'm not good with the big grinder. Dude, primo. Not that bad. So, our cable should fit through now. So now, we'll be able to do this, and our cable will be hidden. I'll put a little Sharpie on there, you'll never notice. Wow, this is gonna be a big hole. I gotta get the big boys out. It's gonna be like, wow, a lot bigger than that. Well, we're gonna start with the biggest drill bit we have, and then we're gonna do one of these. Yeah, cause that's not even, whoa, that's gonna be large. Do you ever wonder how easy it is to drill through a Geo Tracker dash? Well, there's a start. Hopefully this works. Because now if this plate doesn't cover it, I'm gonna look like a real doofus. Oh, it does. Good. That's not even gonna be close yet, I don't think. Nope, bigger. Looks good. Does it fit? Oh, it's so close. Oh, yep. There we go. Dude, that's gonna be nice. Uh-oh, I'm getting a phone call. Is it a robocall or is it a real person? No, it's Devin. How's it going?
Good. Can you do me a favor? There's a tape measure in the box that has the big light bar in it. Can you measure the pipe of that bumper real quick so I know how long the bolt I need to get through it?
Yeah. Tape measure in the box. There's the tape measure. The pipe is 2 1/4, so.
Pipe's 2 1/4, so if I went 3 inches, I should be good.
Yeah, 3 will be good. If your bracket raised it 1/2 inch, you'll need 1/2 inch of threads.
3 inch bolt's gonna be long. It's either 2.5 or 3.
2.5's gonna be too short. Go through.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3.
Yeah, for sure. I think right there's the angle. I think that's what we want. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in there. Dude, I do need to trim my mustache. I've been getting in my mouth a little bit. Dude, give that a feel. Give it a wiggle, see what you think, an unbiased wiggle.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that is not going anywhere.
It's the most solid thing on this entire tractor.
How much were the stainless bolts?
Not bad.
Really?
It was like $6 for all the bolts I needed.
That's not
I had to
bad.
get a couple more besides that for the other brackets. But yeah, now we got this. Drops right through. And that'll be the bracket. Perfect.
Whoa, that's nice. You wanna come check out the HQ inside?
I do. That is on there, dude.
That's not moving.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's
great.
really cool.
I can't believe
We
how
should get a synthesizer for there too.
I can't believe how
For the other
sturdy
side.
it came out. Give it a wiggle. Yeah, give it a wiggle.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That is stationary.
Sick.
It came with a little cover too. Did you see that?
Yeah, like a little
like a-
waterproof,
Yeah.
like prophylactic. Is
Yeah.
that what it's called?
Yes. That's exactly what it's called.
So this is the box, John, that we need to mount next.
Okay.
And you have that port right there. You can put any wiring through you want.
Right here?
Yep.
Can I pull the rag out?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What's in there?
I don't know. Find out. Just a hole.
Oh, okay.
Just a hole with no grommet. So I'm thinking we mount this here.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that's going to be controlling, at least for now, is going to be forward facing anyway, so we can run all the wires
Yeah.
up and out. Which means, Scott, we need to put it out the other side of the bumper. We need to put it out this side of the bumper, not this side. But we need to mount this here. But oh, you know what? We're good because this is a main cable right to the battery.
Oh, wow.
So all we got to do is pull that bolt and hook this into the main cable to the battery because that main cable runs over and down to the starter.
That is.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's running down to the starter.
And then we could find a place to mount this because this is going to mount here, and then this is going to mount here,
Sick.
right?
Yeah,
That'll work good.
for sure.
The only reason I've never mounted this is because it doesn't have any brackets. One time I made a set of brackets for it, but it doesn't really work that great. I don't know how we're going to mount this. This is the original fuse box out of a Suzuki Aereo, so it was never meant to be in this car. So this car doesn't have, there's like these weird slots that they're supposed to go down on. Be nice if we could figure out a way to mount it though. There's a good chance that those holes aren't going to line up.
It's all right. We have a
Because we had to
step
drill
bit.
it from the other side.
We have a step bit.
I wish metal didn't rust. You just put it on like this. One.
Dude,
Did it line up?
I think it's gonna line up.
I mean, I knew it would the whole time.
Nuh-uh.
Nailed it.
First time go.
Coming up next. I want to sound like a radio DJ. Give me one.
Welcome back to KBY07. Coming up next.
That was pretty good. All right, we're drilling holes. I'm gonna put one right here, one right here, one right here. That's it. Easy. It's just gotta be big enough to fit our wiring through.
You're pressing way too hard for me. Feel comfortable with that.
I wasn't pushing that over.
Yeah, you are.
What if we...
Here.
Is there a better way?
Yeah.
Hole. Oh, pull these back off. Prep this thing for paint. My burp.
That was bad.
I'm sorry.
That stunk so bad.
I heard it so.
Blew it in my face.
I did not. I blew it the other way.
No, you didn't.
Was that coffee?
Gotta get the oil off of it before we can paint it. And I'm gonna leave it sit just like this.
Mounted. So I want to get this tucked down. I don't want to be able to see that. So we want to connect that to there. This wire is really long. I think I'm gonna run it under this fuse box, and then right there should be positive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta find the right thread
Connected.
for that. I think that's just like an M6.
Try that.
That is the correct thread. It might be too long.
Shorter, like half.
Yeah, just a little shorter might work too. That one's just real long. All right, so I've got the fuse box mounted, and then this power wire right here comes straight from the starter, and then I just jumped our power to this box straight from this fuse box lug. We got it grounded. This wire here is our signal wire. So we need to find something that only has power when the key is on, so that when you shut the key off, all the lights will go off by themselves and you don't have to worry about leaving anything on. This is just a signal hot to tell our fuse box to come on. So gotta find something.
take a look, Scott. What do you think?
That was awesome.
So I think we're gonna mist it with some primer. Real quick, have it set up a little bit, and then hit it with, I've got this extreme black chassis paint from Eastwood, so this is some bougie stuff. Brad, if you're watching, thank you for the bumper. It's really nice.
Side skirts are good too.
I was gonna write Andy.
You got a friend in me.
Oh, he's silly, dude.
He's just goofing off. Don't mind Evan. You gotta come up.
You ready? Had a lot of coffee today. You wanna see something cool? Check this out. Look at that. That's that bumper we built. Now it's there. It's got lights. We haven't put the stickers on yet for the lights, but the controller works. Everything's mounted up. I really like it. It looks good. I'm excited about it. You wanna see something else cool? Come here. See that? See that out there? The green one? Bought that. Some of these trackers, most of the Suzuki sidekicks, but some of these trackers came with this really cool scoop in the hood, and they're kind of hard to find. Most of them are flat like the one we have, and our hood that is flat is all dented up and nasty anyway. This guy brought this tracker in yesterday, and the frame is completely broken. There's no saving the frame. But the hood's in really good shape, so I bought the car. It's got a nice hardtop and stuff on it too, but that's not what we need right now. We need that hood, so that's exciting. We're gonna pull this hood off and use that hood. Sweet. All right, let's talk about the wrap then. Today's the day. We're gonna start the wrap. We're still working right now. Like, look, there he is. He didn't even turn around. John, say hi. He's busy. What about Scott? Look at Scott over there. Tell it's him by his feet. We're working today. While those guys are working, I'm gonna try to prep this thing, which for us means getting the decals off. You can see where it used to say tracker, I just took that decal off. We gotta wash it, and we gotta start pulling parts off. I already started pulling the tailgate, tail lights. I gotta take the tops off. I'm gonna pull that hood, pull the fenders, pull the grill, pull the doors, pull the door handles out of the doors, pull the window trims out of the doors, get everything sat out so that we can wrap it off the tracker. Because, I mean, most of the guys I've seen doing wraps, they do it on the car, but they're way better than us. Never done this before. I think it'll be easy for us, and it's so easy to pull these doors and fenders off all these things. So we'll just pull all the panels off, set them out, prep the panels, make sure they're really clean, make sure there's no big dents or scratches or anything that we can fix before we put the wrap on. And then later tonight, once we're done working, so that we can start working, start putting the wrap on. Bear with us, never done this before, so we might not be real good at it. But hopefully by the time we're done with this, we will be real good at it. So the next one we do, we can do fast. If we can figure this out, I think we'll start wrapping everything. Maybe we'll wrap the Datsun. What do you think? We could wrap the Civic. Probably should just wrap it in bubble wrap, honestly. That's all. I'm gonna start tearing this thing down.
I'm ready.
All right, so we got the wrap on a pole to where we could reel it out like toilet paper. We've got a fender over there. We've got the tracker all the way torn down. Look at it. It's like nothing left on it. We need to cut off a piece of wrap, go over and shape it up a little bit and start sticking it on there, I guess. What do you think?
Maybe.
We'll try. Got tools, got heat gun.
I watched a 4-minute video.
That's good enough.
And I didn't finish it.
You watched a 4-minute video and hit the fast forward 10 seconds button the whole way through.
I did. I was like, all right, I get the gist of it.
34 inches. All right, go ahead. And there.
Oh, that stinks.
We need to do it from here.
because I cut it uneven last time. 34 is this line here. We'll start here.
Do we want to kind of cut it out to the shape of the fender?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Is that a Strat? They didn't tell me in the video. Hey, that looks like a fender.
I think if you get it to where it you could see it start to move, and you can work with it.
It's just not sticky on this side. I'm nervous that we didn't get it cleaned enough. See, like that's just not even sticky. It's not even trying to stick.
You want to peel it back and we'll give it another wipe down?
It's probably too late. Yeah. It just doesn't have any stick to it. I think there must have been dirt there still or something.
Can we wipe the wrap and the edge?
Give it a shot.
Let it dry.
Give it a shot.
See
There's
if-
just no sticky there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No sticky?
No sticky.
No, it must have got not wiped off at the top there. The stuff's just not sticky at all. I don't think the top of the fender got wiped off. It's just the outside of it did. Which is just not even trying to stick. Give it a shot. Ooh.
Might as well do this whole edge. You know? Whatever we do next, we're gonna really have to wipe it down like 3 times.
Yeah, look at all the junk it's pulling up. Like even up here, this was all put down already.
Where are we going?
Just
hit
dry all
this
this off, yeah.
More?
More right here, yeah.
We can't feel it. I don't know what's. I don't want to go too much.
Nope. She done. There's 0 sticky to that. Try again. We gotta really, really wipe it down. I think I figured something out. You just gotta give it a tug every once in a while. What? So like that big crease?
Yeah.
Now watch if I just pull it and see what happens. This whole area. All the way up into like where my hand's at out here. There we go, up in here. And then what if we just take it and... Huh?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's the trick. Is
Need a lot more heat.
more area, bigger surface area. You gotta use more of the material. So Scott, keep your hand. All right, now heat this whole area that I have up here. Yeah, heat all of that. Now hang on to that fender.
Got it.
Let's see. All right, now heat this area up right here. Whole thing. So when that's too much material, I think what you have to do is you have to heat up in here too, and then you drag the material out, which shrinks it down there. So like if I pull on that, now there's less material down there, and it gets rid of the creases, right? So like way too much material widthwise, but if I pull it, it shrinks it widthwise. So pull it like that. A little bit of heat right there for me. Does that seem right?
Looks good from my angle.
It's almost done, dude. But I am over it. I don't want to do it anymore. It's so much to wrapping a car. I've massaged every square centimeter of this car with my thumb. My thumbs are gonna fall off. It sucks. It's looking really good though. But
would you rather paint it at this point?
I don't know about that. I hate painting too. Every time I've ever painted a car, at the end I'm like, dude, I don't want to do this anymore. Just go back to looking like it was. Fine with it. But it's rewarding. Here it is. What do you think? Look at it. We got it all done. Well, as done as anything else we get done. It's like 99% done. There's a couple odds and ends we need to tidy up, but we finished almost everything on our list. Our radio didn't work out this time. I got a radio for it. It's too big, so I ordered another radio. It'll be in soon. The undercoat is prepped. We're gonna clean it one more time and then paint the whole bottom of it black and then undercoat it in fluid film. And then the next time you see this thing, we'll be on an off-road adventure. Yeah, you put music in.
Yeah.
Is that Halo music? Mm-hmm. It is kind of warthoggy looking, isn't it?
Very warthoggy looking. So now we're gonna see if this thing can hold up to some off-roading.
It's gonna be the four of us packed in this thing.
So this was our introduction to wrapping a vehicle, all three of us. And it was a little challenging, but if you take your time and just work at it slowly and methodically, look how it turned out. Super rewarding.
Heating and stretching.
Heating and stretching. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. Don't stretch it too far though.
Nope.
What? It changes colors if you stretch it too far.
That's a wrap, folks.